Hello, I'm Michael Shannon. This is my career in 4 minutes. Oh, it's kind of like a kid in a candy store. I mean, I didn't really do much in the movie, but I got to watch Bill Murray all the time. And he made me laugh every day at work. Just getting to be on the sidelines and watch him was pretty exciting. Pearl Harbor was insane. I mean, we were actually on Pearl Harbor, recreating Pearl Harbor with, you know, real old planes flying around and things blowing up. And you could still see the bullet holes everywhere from the original event. And it was very overwhelming, powerful experience. Bad Boys 2 was fun because I got to hang out with Henry Rollins one night in the swamp. And he's one of my heroes, so we spent the night talking about Iggy Pop. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with Michael Bay. I think the key with him is just to understand his mentality. It's like if someone went up to a teenage boy and said, "Hey, you get to direct a $100 million movie." You know, he's like, "Oh boy, yeah, let's do it." You know, he's very enthusiastic and maybe not always best with the social etiquette, but who's to judge in this business? He was very down to earth. You know, he was on his home turf, and he was constantly being reminded every day of, you know, his roots and where he came from. I think he just really appreciated the fact that this movie was being made. And, you know, Curtis Hanson runs a very mellow set. He's a very nice, mellow guy, and yeah, he was very easy to work with. Bug was tricky because was so used to doing it with the people that I had done it with in the theater, and then when I showed up to do the movie, I had all this prior experience with it, and everybody else around me, for them it was a brand new thing. But I was really amazed how Ashley Judd was able to dive into that role without the amount of rehearsal time that other people get in theater. You know, the other women I had done the play with would get 4 or 5 weeks of rehearsal, and she got none, and she just found it intuitively. The fact that I got to be in Revolutionary Road at all was a real thrill for me, just because I'm such a huge fan of the book. And that character in the book is pretty much anybody who reads that book, that's their favorite character. So I was really lucky. Other actors would come up and say, "Oh, I can't believe you got that job. I wanted to do that." And I was like, well, tough luck. Even though it's been, we've been doing it for a few seasons now, I don't work on it a whole lot. You know, season 3, we started shooting in February and we finished in September, and in that span of time I worked maybe 15 days. So it's kind of like, it's very fragmented and sporadic, but it's hard just because Van Alden has such bad luck, and there's always so much bad stuff happening to him. I'm hoping eventually that there'll be a ray of sunshine. You know, I'm very grateful for my motion capture suit. I mean, everybody looks like an idiot when they wear them, but you know, one of the stunt guys said, you know, I was the Iron Man double, and I had to put on the actual Iron Man suit, and this was a big guy that I'm talking about, and he said after 4 hours in that thing, I just wanted to die. I couldn't take it anymore. So he's like, you should count your lucky stars that you're not wearing a big metal suit right now. It's not much fun. I wasn't interested in just going around whacking a bunch of guys. I don't think that would have been much fun or very interesting for anybody to watch. So he's a very complex man, and I was curious about what made him tick. I don't say no very often. I mean, it's basically more a matter of what people want me to do. Acting is a service industry. You're serving writers, directors, producers. You just go where people want you to go. I don't sit behind a big desk with a stack of scripts and a rubber stamp or something. I just do what people want me to do. Tell them to come down and stop me.